Hello, dear listener. This is Mark, and welcome to part 2 of Love Actually, Muffed Movies style. Before we dive into the show, there's a few things I wanted to say. Number one, this is like a double, perhaps triple long episode, so maybe, prepare yourself for that. Maybe listen to it in installments. Also, this was recorded on January 8th of 2021. So some of the references might, might be different a couple months down the pipe. In January, no one knew what was going to happen with the world. Ouch! No one still knows what's going to happen with the world. Right. My special guest is still Grant Howitt. If you haven't listened to part 1 of Muffed Movies, Love Actually, please go back and listen to that because there's some jokes in the second part that come from the first part. And finally, if you like what you hear and you want to support the show, please go to patreon.com/Blastropodcast. It helps support the show and me and you and your community and your dog and your cat and your cat's children. Self-indulgent much, Mark. Shut up. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I seriously, honestly appreciate that you're listening. And enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blastropodcast presents Muffed Movies. Love Actually, Part 2. It is a time of love as Christmas approaches our British heroes. Why, there's Prime Minister Hugh Grant, who is wrestling with his newfound feelings of love for his assistant Natalie. Jamie Colin Firth, who is seeking to mend his broken heart in his French home. Billy Mack, the aging rock star, who hopes his new schmaltzy single will bring him to the top once again. Mia, the provocative secretary, is attempting to seduce married man Alan Rickman, Harry. All of this unbeknownst to Harry's wife, Karen, Emma Thompson, who is just trying to get her children to participate in a Christmas play.
Never listen to the song this long. I don't know what's happening.
Let us not forget Mark, Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, and his feelings of unwanted love for Juliet, Keira Knightley, the wife of his best friend. But forget all of those people for a minute and focus on Daniel. Liam Neeson left a widower to raise his stepson Samuel all by himself and to help Samuel understand love at age 10. What a journey it's going to be. Hold on to your tits as Muffed Movies Part 2 begins.
Samuel, tell me all about this girl you're in love with.
Dad, if you were around more and weren't off gallivanting as the night vigilante, the tax man.
Who told you about the tax man?
Dad, you can't keep secrets from me.
Liam looks down. He realizes he's still wearing the tax man outfit.
They're standing in the tax cave, buried deep underneath the offices of Fab magazine.
He pulls some taxarangs out of the wall.
Yeah, so her name is Joanna. Joanna, says Sweeney Todd.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the prettiest girl in school. She's the most popular girl in school. She sings just like Mariah Carey. She's got an agent. She's moving to America. And she doesn't even know I exist.
That's weird because that's difficult because you're kind of funny looking.
Thanks.
You've got them kind of frog eyes. It seems like you're fucked, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wow. Perhaps you could learn to play the drums. Does she like drums?
I've literally never talked with her. This is the kind of phase in school crushes where you love someone with all your heart and you really don't know them at all. She's just a construct, really, of my expectations and fantasies.
Far be it from me to educate you, a child, on love.
Yeah.
The important thing to do here, you want to try and lure her in by developing an interest. Now, sports seem right out because you got the weak arms of a child.
Yeah, and everyone confuses my head for a football. Either style. From the front, it's elliptical and is like an American football, but from the side, it appears to be a perfect sphere.
God, your father must have been one ugly bugger.
He was part elf.
Right. Okay. Can be sports. You don't seem very bright either.
No.
What if you hit things rhythmically? Like drumming?
Ooh, I'll hit Drummond. Excuse me, sir, please don't strike me again.
You get back in the cellar, Drummond. I'll be down to deal with you in a minute.
No, should have paid my taxes. Yeah, drums sound like a good idea. Chicks love drummers. That's why drummers are famously the most laid members of bands. Forget the front man.
Definitely not the third most laid member of any band.
Who do you think the final one is, Grant?
Bassist?
Really?
I'd imagine we'd go sing a guitarist, drummer, bassist, right?
I don't know, because I think that bassists often skew towards the more like gawky, weird-looking dudes. Maybe that's just famous bassists that I know of. I would think a bassist would be more fuckable than a drummer, but drummers do have a sort of power to them. Their arms, you know?
Yeah. And they have all those cool sticks and pedals.
Yeah, they're like, woman. Animal.
Yeah.
Animal was a drummer.
Yeah,
and
I'd fuck Animal.
Everyone fucked Animal.
I'd ride him senseless.
You could use him like a puppet. He's been fucked so much. Smash cut to an art gallery. We see all these blue arses, giant man arses on the wall, and there's dudes wearing like Santa hats facing. It's a photo, okay? It's a photo gallery, and there's like all these like horny pictures of people with their like juiciest bits covered up with like Santa hats or tinsel or reindeer antlers.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Mark hears his phone ring.
Da 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 da.
Hello, who is this? Why have you called me at my place of business while I'm busy photographing negligees?
Oh, hi, Mark. It's me, Juliet, a.k.a. Keira Knightley. You might know me from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, yes, I'm fully aware of your ins and outs.
So anyway, Mark, I know we haven't got on, but you're Peter's best friend, and Peter's my husband now. Yeah. And I was hoping that perhaps I could get that video footage that you took of our wedding night, because the camera operator we hired, he was killed. I'm sorry to mention it.
How unfortunate. Did he default on his taxes?
How did you know? Yes, he was found hanging under a famous bridge, Ooze Bridge, in fact. He was hanging under it with a T branded on his bare chest.
It seems like the vigilante, the tax man, has struck again. I only hope that my own career as an artist photographer does not bring me into ill repute with this famous crime fighter. I'm afraid that I do not have access to the video of which you are asking. I am distributing it on the dark web for money.
Oh, cool. I'm really adept at the dark web. What's the link?
Oh, no. Do you have a Tor browser installed?
Of course, and a VPN, you bellend.
Oh, I'm sure the footage which I've secured and I'm distributing through my website is not for a kind 17-year-old girl like you, Keira Knightley. I'm sure.
All right. You know what? You win. You win this round, cunt.
Phew, I've escaped detection, he says to camera. I've escaped detection, and she will never know that I spent the entire video filming her busy parts.
What?
Fuck.
He hangs up. Smash cut to the office of Whiz magazine, England's second most popular teen mag. We see Harry, a.k.a. Alan Rickman, leaving his office when suddenly he is stopped as he is stopped as As Hagrid, the giant, stands in his way. Oh, I wouldn't go that way, me friend. There's a very provocatrix lady who I think is going to lead you astray, innit?
We hear in the background this as Mia, the sexy European woman from before, is wheeling over her chair, her legs splayed, like a man who's doing, like someone who's playing a big cello, but there's no cello in the way. She wheels over. She's
man-spreading, but for a lady.
She's woman-spreading. She wheels over.
It's a very strange thing to see. Like, I don't think I've seen that in a movie, like that move, other than like Basic Instinct, perhaps.
Even in Basic Instinct, like it's about the leg crossing and reveal. I don't think I've seen that happen.
Yeah, like I would not have imagined that a woman would use like slowly opening her legs while seated as a way to seduce
Europe,
a guy.
Mark. We do things differently on the continent. We drink orange juice and eat croissants at breakfast and have little hams. Anyway, Alan, how you doing?
Oh, one side, Hagrid. I need to deal with this student.
What's the problem?
I mean, secretary. Miss Mia, is it?
Yes,
hope
you know me, Harry. You know all of my proclivities.
I certainly do. But as a married man, allow us to keep this formal. I have you planned the Christmas party for the office as I requested?
I have planned the laser tag party. I'm hoping you'll come and assault me powerfully from the rear.
Alan Rickman has a system crash.
She's shuffling the chair back and forth like a dog with worms.
He pulls the curtains around him and just like hides under them like a 5-year-old might.
Oh, where has he gone? I will go and be horny elsewhere.
That was close. I almost broke my marriage vows to my wife. Whew, he says to his gigantic priapism.
Well, that's okay, Alan Rickman. Don't you worry. I'll keep you on the straight and narrow.
Oh, there you are. Hagrid rushes back in and snatches Alan Rickman's magical dick away. Don't know how you got out. Sorry there, Harry. Yeah, your name is Harry in this.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that funny?
Sorry, Harry. I'll put this back in the bestiary.
Thank you. Can't control it. Smash cut.
Pop-up fact, Alan Rickman did play a penisless character as an angel in Kevin Smith's Dogma. And they show his genital-less pelvis because it's a Kevin Smith movie. Smash cut. Oh, it's our friend Jamie again, Colin Firth. And he's driving his little car up to a quaint and peaceful country home in the southern part of France. Pat, 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 pat. Step, 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 step. Home, sweet home. And I see the pteranodons are in season again. Breeding in the trees, and here, this primordial patch of France, where I, a writer, can finally mend my broken heart because my girlfriend was stooping my brother, and finally, just get real foreign.
There's a knock at the door.
Knock, 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 all day long. Housekeeping!
Hello.
Oh, hello, monsieur. It is I,
it's the tiny housekeeper who lives in the garden.
I am the tiny housekeeper. Sir, as you know, I'm too small to clean this big old fucking house.
Yes, you just tumbled down the sink like last time.
Yes, but I had my good friend, Guardian of the Woods, Totoro, help me recruit a housekeeper of appropriate size. May I now present, monsieur, with your new Portuguese housekeeper, Aurelia! Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, da-da-da.
Bon dia, says Aurelia.
Ooh! From a a carpet of leaves and a curtain of forest that parts magically, Aurelia, the most golden goddess, walks forward. Colin Firth is beside himself, blinded by her glamour.
Hola, señor. ¿Cómo estás?
He turns to the tiny, magical French housekeeper. I don't speak Portuguese. I barely speak French.
Oh, well, this will be very fun for you and the girl, won't it? I'm sure you will learn to love each other over the coming months. And now I am going to fly away in a daffodil.
So magical. Aurelia, if that's your name. Pleased to meet you. And let me just awkwardly wipe my hand on my trousers and then shake your hand.
She reaches forward and shakes his hand. Grant having reached the limit of his conversational Portuguese.
You did an admirable job.
Thank you very much. Smash cut to 10 Downing Street, the place where Britain happens. Why? No, that's the music. That's the wedding music. That's right. The American president is here. Billy Bob Thornton.
Do you not know the Hail to the Chief song?
I did the West Wing song. That's good enough.
I don't know the West Wing song, so you're more American than I.
Okay. How does Hail to the Chief go?
I would also have accepted any of John Philip Sousa's work.
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's me, President Billy Bob Thornton. And I'm so excited to make your acquaintance.
Hello, President. It's me, Hugh Grant.
Yes, the Prime Minister of Britain.
Yes, I'm so terribly sorry the Queen couldn't be here. I know that you view me as a lesser entity because you don't understand how British government works, but it's a pleasure to find...
I do not understand and I do not care to learn.
Okay, well, let's shake hands as you do in your... Ow, 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 ow. I learned this from Donald Q. Trump. Always crush a man's hand and don't let it go.
For the rest of the film, Billy Bob Thornton and Hugh Grant are holding hands.
President Abe holds up his withered husk of a crushed hand and sadly shakes his head.
Who's President Abe?
Prime Minister Abe. He was... the Japanese prime minister until a couple months ago. And Trump famously jerked his hand around with the death grip early in his presidency.
Cool. Great thing to do.
That was the beginning of bad handshakes.
Good president. Now, I'm sure we have many things to attend to. But might I first wet my whistle with some of your famous English tea?
Yes, sure. You know what? I'm just going to pop out of the office. I have look, it's a community day on Pokemon Go, and I'm supposed to be catching all the Machamps I can.
I understand. You've just got to catch them all.
Yes, and it's just beyond cell phone reach in here, but in my office, perfect for just you get it. Anyway,
it's not a problem. I will receive some tea from your beautiful tea lady. Who is dumb and thick.
I don't understand that. I will conveniently step out of the office and you can have your way with our tea. Hello, sir. Would you care for a slice of British tea? She hands him some jellied tea. It's all the rage with our space program. Do we have a space program?
Not really. Oh, there's a slice of something I'm looking for, young Natalie. It's a slice of them fine thighs of yours. I like them big and round.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Other butts can't deny. When a round thing comes in the face and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Sings the house elf from 10 Downing Street.
Billy Bob Thornton and the house elf just rock out for a bit while Martine McCutcheon looks on confused.
Oh, no. Hugh Grant steps back into the room and he can see the pheromone jets on Billy Bob Thornton's Prince Shizor-like body are spewing a red-purple cloud of sex gases into the air. Natalie is doing her best to wave them away, but they're still adhering to her human skin.
Bonding.
Oh, no!
Forming an unbreakable chemical bond.
Yes, soon you'll be mine, all mine.
Oh, Prime Minister, I'm sorry, I was merely jetting some of pheromones over this young heifer.
Natalie, the shadow minister requires you at the shadow office. He starts winking his eye furiously.
No problem, sir. I'll be there right away.
Just hurry over there.
When
Now,
will this wretched Natalie arrive in my cabinet? Says the shadow minister. I have nefarious deeds and I require lubrication for my mouth.
He is certainly a pervert and a dangerous one, but at least he's a known quantity as opposed to this president. Now, Mr. President, I think you've had quite enough of what we have to offer here. He, just like a real alpha, takes the president's teacup away, holds his pinky in the air warfully, and downs the tea in one fierce glug. Let's go have a cracking press conference, shall we, buddy?
Seems good to me, partner.
The president tucks his pheromone glands, the sort of nozzle tucks them back into his shirt like a handkerchief in a top pocket.
They step through the portal, which opens into the press conference room. A bunch of journalists are taking pictures and saying stuff.
Prime Minister.
Yes. What is it, Tolly?
Hi, Tolly, Daily Mail. Have you had a nice meeting with the Americans?
Hugh Grant looks down at his prepared notes and he slowly crosses out every line with his big British Sharpie. Nice is a word. It certainly is, and no one can deny that. And in the past, Britain and the US have had nice relations. I use the word relations because it is a word for sexual intercourse. And to put not too fine a point on it, I feel that we've been having relations with the US for far too long, and we're not going to get fucked anymore. Why, from now on, we, the great manjacks of Britain, Hugh Grant rips open his three-piece suit, revealing his chain armor, are going to do the fucking. Isn't that right, lads? His retinue of knights steps out.
The Queen comes in and does a cool skateboard trick and gives him the thumbs up.
And if we see your filthy cross-the-pond arse darken our doorstep ever again, we'll have the cock off ya.
I've never been so insulted in my life. I'm going to get on my little plane and fly on home now. But
That's right.
I tell you, boy, you made a powerful enemy of me, Billy Bob Thornton.
Fine. We declare war on the United States. Nuclear war.
Fine, let's do it in Ireland.
Okay, as proxy war is fine. Anyway, we're taking Christmas off, and then the war begins.
Sounds good to me. I'm
All
going
right,
to
fuck
sharpen
off.
my nukes.
Yeah. Jiminy, fetch me the nuke.
Right you are, sir.
England's one nuke. All right, but bit small, isn't it?
It's still a nuke, sir.
Get North Korea on the phone. It's time to wheel and deal.
Hello, this is a North Korean accent. Smash cut.
At the southern part of France, we see Jamie, the affectatious novelist, has pulled his desk right up to the lip of Windy Times Lake, the windiest lake in France. And he's typing his novel by hand on an old-fashioned typewriter, like some sort of old-fashioned idiot.
Like a real fucking Tolkien.
Yeah. tickety tack tack tick tick tacky, a tickety tack 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 ticky, tickety tack 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 ticky. Well, that's another. He pulls the completed page out of his sheaf, out of his typewriter. He picks up a teacup very gingerly, an empty one, by the way, and puts it on his huge stack of papers he has typed.
When down the country path, down the lake road, comes Aurelia. Here with a fresh cup of tea for this thirsty Englishman.
Hello, sir. It's I, Aurelia, doing a great Portuguese accent.
Oh, hello, Aurelia. You just pop down my tea on that stack of papers there, and be careful to make sure nothing blows away into the lake, because that would be difficult.
Now, I, being a beautiful woman of Portugal, I only have a tiny grip on what you are saying. So I put the tea down next to the papers, and I take the empty cup like so, and she picks up the empty cup. Oh no! And the great wind god of Portugal punishes her for serving an Englishman. All of the manuscript takes to the sky like a beautiful flock of white gulls. Oh no! And it lands unceremoniously in the pond. Looks like Aurelia has a fetch quest a brewing. Oh no! She says, and she rips off her servant's clothes, revealing her. What?
She rips off her tabard.
That's right. Revealing her itty bitty teeny weeny polka dot bikini. Colin Firth takes note.
I should join her in the lake and get my papers. Colin Firth runs forward and falls comically into the lake fully clothed.
He sinks right to the bottom.
And dies.
End of situation.
Smash cut.
To Mark's home.
To Mark's home. Julia.
But it's not my home.
Oh, yeah, not your home.
I'm Mark.
Sorry?
I said I'm Mark.
Which Mark?
I'm Mark.
You're Mark
but we're talking about Rick Grimes.
Okay.
The Mark in this.
Rick Grimes has a different voice, doesn't he?
Yeah. So Mark's there, just like jerking it.
Yeah.
And suddenly the door opens. It's Juliet. Oh, hi, Mark. I've been waiting to do that line.
Julia, how did you find the address of my sanctum?
Your best friend is my husband, so I just asked him.
His juicy lips must have slipped out the secrets.
Sure. Mark, I happen to notice that you have all these videos, and one of them is prominently listed wedding footage. Could I see that?
I cannot think of a reason why not to. I will put it on my Betamax video recorder, and you can see the heinous extent of my crimes.
All right, let's just pop it in there, and away we go. It is a montage set to Everybody Dance Now by CNC Music Factory. All of it is of Juliet's feet.
Go on.
Just Juliet's feet the whole time.
Some shots which weren't at the wedding, clearly.
She's enjoying it at first, and then a slow horror creeps across her 17-year-old face as she realizes this is just footage of her. And her nails and her little toesies. Mark, this is just my feet. What do you have to say?
I have some preliminations I must infatuate with the camera. I cannot be allowed to touch another young, supple woman again ever since the court's decreed. So I simply take video footage. I must excuse myself, young Kira.
Mark chucks himself out the first floor window. And Kira awkwardly glances at the whole wall of foot videos before leaving.
It's like in Watchmen.
Smash cut.
Hmm.
The Prime Minister's office. Prime Minister, who doesn't actually have a name in this film.
I'm Hugh Grant. My name's Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. It's fun to imagine that actual Hugh Grant is the Prime Minister in this reality.
That is fun to imagine, isn't it? Be nice.
Imagination is fun when you can sum it up.
The Prime Minister, Hugh Grant, calls through his aide, a lady whose name I've forgotten.
Hello, Prime Minister. It's I, your proper aide.
Yes, hello. I'm so terribly sorry. I seem to have developed an attraction for one of the women who works in the office. Are you aware of the woman called Natalie?
Oh, yes. Fatty Natalie.
I'm not very sure. I call her that. I wouldn't say she's
Natalie Big
fat.
Bone. Oh Lord, she coming, Natalie. You mean that one?
Sea cow Natalie. Yes, I've seen the Facebook status updates. I can't say yes, that Natalie. Yes, I think that perhaps our working conditions are not most conducive to effective governance, and perhaps it'd be best if you could move her along to a different part of the operation.
Move her along, sir. We're going to have to widen the doors, says the assistant like a real piece of shit.
God, you really are horrible about Natalie. She's really not fat at all.
What? She's so fat. Look at me. The assistant rips off her pencil skirt and shows skeletal legs. This is what a real woman looks like. You see that thigh gap? You see the moths just flying around?
Yes, I see now. I'm terribly sorry for besmirching your gender. Yes, if you could just arrange for Natalie to be repositioned somewhere, perhaps you could get a crane or something. Just make it happen, yes?
Oh, you piece of shit. She says, it's fine when I do it, but you're a man.
I was joining in.
The assistant storms out of the office.
God, women, eh? He says to camera.
Oh, says God, who exists in this film.
Hi.
Got a thing for feet and tortoises.
Smash cut to a seaport.
A seaport. Yeah, like, I don't know. This seems to... I assume it's a seaport. It doesn't have to be.
There's a ferry there.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it really was getting on a ferry or she just lives near the docks.
She lives near the docks and Colin was getting on a ferry to go home.
Ah, okay. I don't know. It don't matter none.
It don't matter none.
Hush up, child. It don't matter none.
Hush up, Chad. It's me, the president. You don't need to worry about nothing in your little head.
Thank you, sir. All right, you can step out of my car now, and I'm going to let Aurelia out as well.
You let that fine old slice of pudding out. You tell her you love her.
Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, look, sir. It's an American bagel. Colin Firth chucks a bagel off the dock into the bay, and the American president is helpless, but to follow after it.
Geronimo!
Anyway, Aurelia, it's just been simply smashing to have you as my...
Sim, é muito bom, Jaime.
What?
É muito bom.
A little ball?
Sim, yes.
Yes, I'm sorry about the incident we had with that little ball. Like, I completely didn't know you were in the room.
We really don't speak each other's languages very much, do we?
No, let me gaze into your eyes meaningfully for a little too long.
Count to three.
I guess I should just fuck off then.
Okay.
And just as Colin Firth begins to turn his head away, Aurelia swoops in like a French pterodon and gives him a peck on the mouth. Colin Firth experiences stun damage and cannot move for 2 turns. Meanwhile, Aurelia has sauntered off. Was that love, or is that just a Portuguese thing? So ignorant of this other culture. I mean, it's continental to kiss, right?
Right. And the president was kissing everyone.
Yeah, with his glands.
Yeah.
And his hands.
Smash.
To the main character's house, Liam Neeson. We see inside Liam Neeson's house Samuel, the little motherless boy who's hopelessly in
A
love,
little orphan boy.
is watching Bill Nye, aka Billy Mack, the rocker, doing his music video, All I Want for Christmas is Love, with his band of seductettes shaking their tits around straight at the camera. I'm disturbed actually by this part of the film. I don't know what they're suggesting. Like, it's like a zoom in on the cleavage, and then you see Samuel just like glued to the TV.
Samuel has a sexual awakening.
I guess, is that it?
Yeah.
Because
Samuel realizes what he needs to do to get the goyle.
oh yes, that's the point of this.
He sees a girl drumming. But unfortunately, we established in the last episode that drumming was a good idea. So he turns to Liam Neeson and says,
Dad, put down the crossbow.
Daniel, I didn't know you were still awake. Let me just wipe off this domino eye makeup, and you tell me all about what you're experiencing.
I can't sleep with you punishing tax evaders in our living room, Dad. Anyway, I had an idea.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna play the drums. So we gotta get ourselves a drum kit, and I'm gonna learn to play the drums in 2 to 4 weeks. And I'm gonna be on a stage show with the girl I love. And she's gonna have to give me a kiss on the mouth.
So wait, are you going to play in her band?
Yeah.
That's insane. You have to learn how to play the drums and then also get recruited into her band.
Yep. Luckily, it all happens off camera.
Yeah, that's true. Off-camera magic. Well, I hope you possess the fortitude and discipline of someone 3 times your age to learn how to drum excellently in just 2 weeks.
Well, you taught me well, Paul, with your iron will, the way you execute them tax evaders.
Well, thank you. All right. I'm one step ahead of you. Liam Neeson hits a button and a bookcase swivels around, revealing
the corpses of 3 tax evaders and
a drum set. The corpses flop forward, revealing the drum set. Ba 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 ba.
Oh, Paul, it's everything I always wanted.
Then let's get to work. Oh, we hear an awesome, sweet mix by the Propeller Heads. Anyone? Matrix, 1990s? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids. Smash cut. Oh my God, finally, the Whiz magazine for teens company holiday party has arrived.
Laser
Du hast mich gefragt. Du hast mich gefragt. Du hast mich gefragt. Nix hat nix gesagt. I don't actually know German, but that's what it sounds like they're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. That's Rammstein is there. Mia managed to get Rammstein for the Christmas party / laser tag affair, which is pretty cool. Alan Rickman
pretty continental.
Alan Rickman is there with his tie tied around his head, shirtless. He has 2 laser rifles. He's charging them into the air, and all around him people are fleeing.
Motherfuckers. Everyone thinks that Alan Rickman's going to be a pushover. I'll show you who pushes who.
Which one of you bitches wants to dance?
Bruce Willis slides out of an air vent without any shoes on. He sneaks up, but Alan Rickman's too quick for him this time. He tosses a Bowie knife straight into Bruce Willis's throat. Is this the end of Bruce Willis?
Yes.
He kicks him out of a window, just like in the film.
Nice.
Now, time to assert my dominance over my staff.
Oh, the music changes to sexy dancing music, and Mia steps forward from the shadows. She slowly, seductively strips her laser tag vest with target sensors on it and clatters to the floor. Hey, that's a rental!
Damage sustained. Hello, Alan. No, sorry. Hello, Harry. How are you doing? I love the way you shot all of those people. It really turned me on, if you know what I mean.
I think I finally do know what you mean now that I've tasted man blood.
Alan Rickman wipes away some gore from the corner of his mouth.
Oh, you have something on your cheek here. Let me get that for you. Mia leans in real close and licks his entire cheek 5 times. Hold on, didn't get it.
From top to bottom. Sorry, from
It's
bottom
really-
to top.
Really caked on. Hold on.
We
Is this
see
ketchup?
we see Harry's wife,
Karen.
Karen, Liam Neeson's sister, looking on. And you can see she looks a little bit worried about this licking.
Oh, look at your boss man, Karen. Looks like he's found a new friend.
I'm not sure about this. I love him because he never complains about dead people. But I can't help but think maybe it's spreading to other people, like that attractive young European woman.
I don't know, do I? I'm just a bloody eunuch. Anyway, I'm off to get past the only pleasure I have.
We see Carl. The camera pans back and we see Carl, handsome head designer who hasn't really had any lines yet.
From Westworld.
From Westworld, yeah, Carl from Westworld.
Hector from Westworld.
Okay.
I think his name's Hector. They're like,
is he a robot
what's
in Westworld?
what's on? Oh, he's a sexy robot. They're like, what's on your agenda today? And he's like, mayhem, in his like incredibly thick accent.
Nice.
I suspect he's Spanish. No, he's Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
He's Brazilian.
I can double up the Portuguese accent if you'd like.
Nice. I suspected that he's supposed to be playing a Mexican character in Westworld.
Yeah, okay. You can style it out.
Like, why not have a guy with a Mexican accent?
But he's so handsome, though.
Anyway, he's Braziliano.
Yeah.
Famous home to old Nazis.
And
Let's not forget that, motherfuckers.
Hola, Sarah. Quiero danzar, he says.
Oh, dance with you? I don't know if Ryan would like that. She looks down at her cell phone that she's like desperately refreshing for notifications to see if she missed any calls. I guess just this one.
Hush your pretty lips. I'm going to do a traditional Spanish accent instead, so I don't get confused with Aurelia. Hush your beautiful mouth. Come and dance with me here on the dance floor where no one can see in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Put down your laser gun.
Sarah holsters her pulse rifle. And they begin to slow dance sensually, provocatively.
Oh, I like this. This is good.
Dangerously. They are a work of art.
Mm.
Fleshy art.
A moving sculpture.
A real slice of quip. No, I don't have to say that.
Sarah, come home with me. I mean, take me to your home. I wish to make love to you in the bed of your owning.
I mean, I don't know if Ryan would. You know what? Fuck Ryan. Yes,
No.
I will.
I'm going to fuck you. We're going to make sweet love on a bed. Not here in the laser tag arena.
No.
Where Alan Rickman can see with his European floozy.
Yeah, let's get down to business. Taxi! The ghost taxi morphs through the wall. Oh, yes, my master. The lich behind the wheel opens up the infernal carriage door.
My house, and step on it.
Go into my house. Huh! Smash cut to Sarah's house. Sarah and Carl step through the door. They're both alive with the electric potential of love for the first time. They begin to kiss and,
Sarah,
touch
reveal
each other's.
my beautiful torso. Take off my shirt.
Okay.
I'm unexpectedly hot.
He's weirdly ripped for a guy who works for Whiz Magazine.
I know a couple of freelance designers and they don't look like that.
But you know what? We're not going to body shame him for being infinitely shredded.
He's crazy hot. Come, kiss me, Laura Linney. Do me here on your bed.
Laura Linney picks up Carl and carries him up the stairs to the loft. She throws him upon the bed like he is some prized, victim.
What? Prized bride?
I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to not be rapey, but I feel like there's a tradition of my beautiful conquest. Like she's a barbarian.
Yeah.
How about she gently lowers him onto the bed like
Yeah.
an equal partner in this sexual relationship
Yes, with a crane.
with a crane because he's so fat. In the dick!
She lowers his fat dick onto the bed.
Oh, careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, hang on. Rang.
An American phone rings.
Hello? Oh, honey, no, don't worry. It's fine. I ain't busy right now. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, she says, turning to Carl.
Carl. He waves his hand like a gentleman. It is no problem at all.
My brother, he's not very well, and he calls me often.
Oh, that was your brother.
Yeah,
For so long, I had been led to believe that you were in a relationship with a man and it was romantic.
No, I said darling just to throw you off this. No, dog, fuck, I've caught your accent. Hang on. No, I say darling just to throw you off the sound, but it's okay. It's my brother. I ain't in a romantic relationship with him, but it's very important and supersedes anything that we might do.
Look, Laura Linney, that is a problem for me. Not because you're constantly interrupting and it's real hard to keep a blood flow going through this gigantic stump-sized hog.
I understand.
It is a problem because I only fuck women who are in loving relationships with someone else. I'm called a ruiner, a special class of rogue. It would go against my training if I were to fuck you. Because what would I be ruining? Nothing.
I understand. Well, perhaps if one day I'm in a satisfying relationship with a man, then you can come around and ruin that. You can cuck him real good.
Yeah. You know Mia from The Office?
Yeah, I know Mia. That weird European girl.
That's right. Another ruiner. Watch yourself.
Smash cut.
Speaking of watching yourself, Karen is watching her body unhappily, thinking about how skinny Mia is. Pop-up fact, they put Emma Thompson in a quote-unquote fat suit.
Did they?
To try to make her look more matronly and give her insecurities. The actress insecurities about competing with Mia.
It's just ridiculously beautiful. It's really hard for her to be awkward. Oh, I'm this old grumpy old frump. It's like, no, you're Emma fucking Thompson. I don't understand. Anyway, sorry.
Only the best for Kenneth Branagh. He's Hamlet.
He was, wasn't he? Well done, Kenneth.
You know what? My girlfriend didn't know who Kenneth Branagh was.
That's okay.
And I was like, what? And then I realized, like, I was a theater nerd.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of Americans don't know who Kenneth Branagh is. And that's a bummer.
They probably only know him from Harry Potter.
Yeah. He's like Mr. Shakespeare. But we're just like, oh, that one cameo on Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Does he have a show?
No.
No show.
No, he just makes money from things.
From Emma Thompson alimony.
Yeah. Harry, says Karen, Emma Thompson.
Alan Rickman's coffin opens up and he sits straight up. What is it, my flesh wife?
That's that woman who you were dancing with after the massacre.
Ah, yes, Mia, Italian for mine.
She's very pretty, isn't she?
Yes, she is. And she's got quite a bite on her. Alan Rickman absentmindedly feels the 2 puncture wounds in his neck.
Karen goes and gets out an extra bottle of holy water and a steak and puts it under her pillow. Well, good night.
Good night, flesh wife. Karen turns off the lights and gets under the covers. Neither of them close their eyes or even look away from each other. Uh-oh. Smash cut to Professor X's psychic hospital for the gifted. Sarah walks past the orderlies and steps into the room where her brother is being kept for his own safety. Well, if it isn't my estranged bitch of a sister Sarah here to talk to me in the old cuckoo house.
Now, please, I'm not estranged. You call me every day and I answer.
Yeah, you know the phone, Sarah, is the only link to the outside world that old Ryan has nowadays.
I'm so sorry that you're upset. Please, let me hug you. And
Punch!
Ah!
Jack Nicholson, who's not in this movie, but Ryan, Sarah's brother, swings out at her with his manful power, and she catches it just short of striking her in the face. Oh my goodness, what a disturbing moment.
She counters. And
she counters the blow by hitting X at just the right moment and flips him over her back. He takes stun damage. Oh.
She turns to the orderly and winks.
Very good, says Beast, the orderly. Okay, I won't hit you anymore if you promise that you'll help me talk to the Pope, because he's going to get me out of here.
Yeah, we might have a problem getting the Pope, but I'm sure we can have a nice Christmas with or without the Holy Father.
I do love Christmas. That's why I purchased this Billy Mack CD, the best Christmas song around. I hope he wins #1 this year.
I hope so too. It's integral to the plot of the film.
Apparently. Anyway, red rum.
Okay, smash cut.
To the British office.
The office of Zaz magazine. Whiz magazine.
Grant!
Sorry. The office
wait, no, you said it. It's canon now. Hi, I'm Zaz from Batman.
I'm Victor Zaz.
I like to cut people up, and then I cut myself up. Mia, come here. Mia, you're the top ruiner at Zaz Magazine. Tell me, how has your infiltration of Whiz Magazine been going?
It's pretty good. I've been trying to get him busy with Liam Neeson, the ex-editor, but he's so cut up over his old wife who's dead now and always complaining. I just can't get horny for him. I don't like it when men say the women are dead. It doesn't get me randy.
I actually do like that. So,
okay.
How's it going? How's it going with our other target, Harry?
Oh, yeah. Harry,
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, I asked him to buy me a Christmas gift. I said I want something I want, and then looked hungrily at his groinal region. I hope he gets the hint.
Excellent. We're going to bring a high man low this Christmas.
I hope so. Oh, we can bring him all the way down, if you understand, to my genitals.
Yes, I also sort of said hymen in that one, if you
that's good.
Really want to stretch it.
Oh, but no, I don't want to really stretch my hymen.
Oh, sorry. I'll send
I'm starting to think I'm not such a good guy after all.
I'm going to go lick a knife. Smash cut to the shops in it. Harry, Alan Rickman, and Karen, his wife, Emma Thompson, are going a Christmas shopping.
Tang, 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 ring, ting, tingling, bing, dang, ding, lang, dong.
That's right. All of our elves have assembled. Tang, tang, ring-a-ling, ding-a-lang, and dong. And you know what to do. Sit on that mall Santa's lap until the children arrive, and when they do, usher them to sit on his lap.
Hey, it's Dong here. I might need to be excused for some business I have with Mia.
All right, Dong, but remember, you only get to take one sickie.
Oh, I'm going to take a real sickie, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Dong.
I'm technically a nun.
Okay. Harry and Karen, the couple with assonance, are Christmas shopping. And Harry sees a jewelry section. I think perhaps he might be able to get something for his paramour. Is that the word? For Mia.
His concubine.
His concubine.
I don't know what you call the other lady. His temptress. He sees the glint of jewels and notices a little triangle button appear over it that says loot. Oh, can't pass this up. Excuse me, Karen. I need to vaporize over there and buy a present for you. Your usual Christmas scarf.
Wonderful. That sounds wonderful. I'm going to go and buy you a thoughtful gift, which requires Everton money. Sounds good to me. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. She wanders off towards the Alan Rickman gifts section.
Ah, yes. Now is the hour of dark deeds. done in secret places. Alan Rickman floats on a cloud of black mist. And
Bats roiling out from underneath him.
he appears in front of the jeweler's counter and points at, in my opinion, a pretty disgusting looking necklace. It's almost like a duck's heart.
It's not great, but it was 2002, man. It's like things have moved on since then.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It's just, it looks weird and gross, and it's gaudy and bobbly.
Yeah.
And speaking of gaudy and bobbly, who should appear behind the counter but Mr. Bean himself, Rowan Atkinson?
Oh, interesting. Buying some jewelry.
Hello, jeweler. I've come to purchase a thing for a lady. Let's make it quick. I want this one. How many pound?
Mr. Bean does a series of salutes, first with the right, then with the left, then with both for good measure, and starts doing a lot of business with the bag. He wraps it, he unwraps it, he's putting in fruits and vegetables. He carries it up some stairs and drops it into a child's paddling pool, and jumps down into the pool, and everyone applauds. He plays a trumpet.
He's seen
into it
on
for a
stage
while.
in Vegas pulling the necklace out of a magic hat and then sawing it in half. We never see the conclusion of that. I hope it worked out.
David Blaine arrives, wrenches up the necklace into the bag.
Everyone in the audience chants, Bean, 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 Bean. Mr. Bean obliges and shows just one of his testicles. There's the Bean. They're eating this shit up.
And Harry, thank you, Mr. Bean, takes the barely wrapped now, just in a box necklace, pops it in his coat pocket, and wanders off to rejoin Karen.
Just as he turns to rejoin Karen, he finds her standing immediately behind him. Discovered? Question mark? The adulterers in the audience will understand. Montage cut.
Montage for Christmas.
Bilbo Baggins' dick is buried along with
He's dead.
ashy remnants of Judy. Remember them? They were killed in that horrible porno set bombing in the last episode.
Alan Rickman sharpens his... No, sorry. Liam Neeson sharpens his bomb trigger.
Sharpens the trigger. Dun, 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 dun. We see Colin, the dick forward guy who wants to go to America.
On a plane to America?
He's in the plane. He's moisturizing his lady touching hands.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. We see Liam Neeson walking past Samuel's bedroom, holding his ears. Samuel has a little chalkboard on the outside that says, "Do not disturb, practicing drums for love, actually." Dun 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 dun. We see Karen placing Christmas gifts under their familial tree. She checks Harry's coat. What's this? A necklace box for her? Or for Mia, the ruiner? Hasaba, hasaba, hada, hada, hasaba, hasaba, ha. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We see
Jamie,
aka Colin Firth, practicing his Portuguese in a wacky language school where they just sit students down with headphones on and ask them to say stuff. Give me the wish.
Muito colheres no meu cozinha.
Oh, I'll never get this, he says, and snaps his little pencil. We see deep in the pit that Liam Neeson threw Christian Bale into. Christian Bale has a prisoner's makeshift rope tied around his waist, and he begins to climb the well of souls back up to freedom. We see Karen shaking the necklace box she discovered under the tree. Ooh. It says, she opens the card. It says, "To my true love, my master, to whom I'm an undead thrall." She blushes and hugs it close to her chest. Oh, Harry. Colin lands in America. His dick.
Oh yeah, the montage is over.
Yeah.
That was the end of the montage. Now we're at the montage.
The montage squeaks to a halt, and Colin flops out of it. Oh,
Dick first.
oh, ready to inseminate some American beings. An American taxi cab with a driver on the wrong side pulls up. Hey, mister, where you going on this Christmassy evening?
Oh, I just want to go to a bar and meet some birds so I can put my knob up in them.
Don't you mean the aviary? That's where we keep boys here in America.
Oh, we've had an humorous misunderstanding. No, I want some women. Real stupid ones.
Oh, stupid women, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Real underperforming brain-wise.
We see the taxi cab pull up in front of an elementary school.
No.
These girls
No.
are pretty dumb.
No.
They don't even have a high school education yet.
Of age.
Oh, I see. You want dumb adults.
Mm-hmm.
How about a bar?
A bar sounds good to me.
Yeah, me too. Laters, the taxi cab gets out of the running car and walks to his local pub.
Colin tails along behind him.
Hey, wait. Hey, wait.
We see a bar. They're serving Budweiser, just like in America. There's a jukebox playing the old rock and roll music.
Soon as Christmas rolls around, I'm out of here, man, I'm going to town. Not like the British just fickin' do. We won World War II. Don't forget to make America great. Round and round the Christmas plate.
Colin walks in. Hello, babes, he says. And
The three hot and horny women in Wisconsin suddenly cast their sights upon Colin. Now, okay, I'm sure there's a lot of hot people in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I went to Wisconsin once, so yeah.
Yeah, but you left.
I left, so yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's hot people in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not famous for it.
No.
And the ridiculously like penthouse letter section events which transpire here are so unbelievable that I legitimately thought they were a dream sequence and we were going to see him wake up on the plane.
Just masturbating in the bathroom.
But no, all of what is about to unfurl, dear listener, is what happened in the movie.
I believe that is the joke. However, it is artlessly told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. Ha! I'm a beautiful lady. Ha! I'm another beautiful lady. And I'm the third most beautiful lady. And we're here to have sex with you.
Oh, my. Well, if you like British people and three ways, then
I think it's technically a four-way if there's four of us.
Holy shit, what a blessing, Colin says and begins screwing on his 3 additional auxiliary penises. Let's get ruddy. What is that, flushed? Hasima. Everybody in the Well of Souls looks up and sees Bruce Wayne finally make it to the top. They all chant and cum their pants.
I've got to say, I'm really into the momentum of the chanting and doing the hustle. I really like the speed that brings. That should be something you do for every Muff movie all the way through.
It feels good. I don't know if the reference is clear enough.
I didn't get it until you said Batman.
I think most of the people who listen to my shit have probably seen Dark Knight Rises, but that's
the third one, right?
It's the third one.
Yeah, okay. Anywho, smash cut. Back to Old Blighty.
Back to Old Blighty.
Back to the rain clouds.
Karen and Heron's home. Harry has renamed himself Heron because now he can fly because he's a vampire.
It is imperative you open a gift, flesh wife.
Heron is wearing the darkest sunglasses he has because the Christmas lights, even though they're just regular strength Christmas lights, are so bright to his undead evil eyes.
The festivity is just too much for him.
I think you'll really enjoy this gift. It comes from the heart. The two little children look awkwardly at their dad, who is suddenly just smells frightening.
It smells like grave dirt.
Yeah.
And running. He smells like running. Karen opens the box, and it is a human heart.
Wait a minute. Karen pushes the heart away, and underneath it, it's a Joni Mitchell CD? Wait, I'm afraid. How did you get this heart to beat on its own, severed from a human body? I assume it's a human heart. I don't know. It could be a monkey heart.
Dark magics.
Oh, that's right, because of your stint at Hogwarts.
Yes. I was potions master for a while.
I get the message. You're telling me you love me, and here's a Joni Mitchell CD because I once mentioned that I liked her.
Yes, absolutely. Why don't you go upstairs and put it on while I ready the children for some sort of event?
Great idea. I need to hide my face from the family for a bit. Stiff upper lip and all that.
Children! He envelops them with a cape.
Karen rushes up the stairs and quickly tears the bedspread off. She unfolds her hidden compartment in the mattress and pulls out her Puritan vampire hunting kit. All right, time to give this beast a taste of its own medicine.
Silver mirrors, a wooden mallet, and proud mahogany stakes, which she conceals within her frumpy old lady coat, waiting for the perfect time to strike. Not only is he having an affair, but he's a vampire, a creature of the night, and Karen cannot allow him to survive.
That's right. Next scene.
Tink! Next scene. It's Christmas Eve.
We are in a fancy bar. Well, it's a hip bar. I don't know if it's fancy.
It seems like an event space.
Yeah, there's all sorts of like sycophants, hot babes, hot bros, cold cuts, cucumber sandwiches, because we're in England, old chap. Let's party.
Match.
Grant, are cucumber sandwiches good?
Oh, they're all right.
How many would you say? How many times would you say you've eaten them in your life? 3
times.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just not a frequent thing.
No, it's a class thing. Like you have them. If you have high tea, you'll have a cucumber sandwich. But I don't. I'm not the sort of person who has high tea very often.
No.
It's very much it's an upper middle class or upper class thing to eat, and I'm strictly middle class.
It seems like virtually bereft of nutrition. A cucumber
absolutely.
Sandwich.
It's an excuse to eat butter. You can put butter on white. It's like a butter sandwich, but the cucumber's there. It functions as a gherkin or a pickle in the same way, so it sort of refreshes the palate.
Try to make you feel better about eating just butter.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I missed lunch. I know for you it's dinner time, but I am hungry for some butter.
Okay, let's kick the shit out of the end of this film.
Yeah.
For the children's inaugural all-school laser tag.
Wait.
It's happening soon, don't worry, we'll get there.
Stop.
We'll get there, it's fine.
You're violating the covenant of muffing. We're in a bar. There's a bar. There's a lot of hot babes and dudes. They're fucking. The food is fucking. Yeah. Everyone's fucking, except for old Billy Mack, the Lord of Misrule, who's glued to the television. And we see a newscaster talking about the most important news of the day. Which band is going to win Christmas song sales?
Although it looked like Blue was going to get it, it seems like this year's Christmas #1 is, drumroll please, Billy Mack!
Oh, bless me, bloody eyes, says Billy Mack's quaint country manager. Billy, we did it, oh, fool, oh. He grabs up Billy Mack and hugs his skeletal frame. Some dust comes out of Billy Mack's Bon Jovi coat. We did it, man. We did it. I knew we could beat those sexy young heartthrobs Blue by just doing a cover song, and we did it. This is the most satisfying night of my life. Rang, rang. Uh-oh.
Oh, an American phone.
His Rockers America phone rings. Hello? Mr. Elton John. Sorry, Sir Elton John? Yes, of course I'd like to come to your Teletubby-themed Christmas orgy. Of course, send the biggest car you have to pick me up, and I will get on there and I'll be snapping at your dick like a French pterodon.
Oh, it's a shame you're going to have to go off to Elton John's party, isn't it?
Yeah.
Billy? But I hope you have fun without your manager there. I'm going to go home and have a cry into some whiskey.
All right, Shrek. See you later.
Hoots.
Donkey.
Smash
cut to the home of Jamie's sister.
Colin Firth.
Colin Firth. So Colin Firth has returned from his Portuguese training, and now he's just besotted with bags and baubles and Christmas gear, toys for the children. He's got a sled.
Goose.
He's got a goose. He's got a Yule log. He's wearing a Father Christmas robe.
He's got a Christmas tree lashed to his back.
The family opens the door, and it's an impressive sized family. All of them are just
family,
teeming. They're all dressed up in their holiday best, and they're so happy to see their favorite brother/uncle. Uncle Colin, the famous writer, has come, and look at all the gifts he's got us.
Wait. No. I can't stay here for Christmas. He throws down all the gifts. He unloads the hams from the ham satchel into the fire, slashes the ribbons that are tying the tree to his back, and it tumbles into the fire and catches fire. I've got to go back to France immediately. I can't even stay for a drink.
He straps the 2 Nintendo Switches he bought for the children onto the bottom of his shoes, and he stomps off towards the airport.
He doesn't even skate. He just stomps away.
I've always hated Uncle Jamie. Fuck, broke the fourth wall. The child winks at the camera.
Smash cut.
Woo whoop.
To the home of 17-year-old Pirates of the Caribbean's Keira Knightley and a man who she married.
Anyway, that's my sea shanty dance. Oh no, the door is ringing. The British door is ringing.
Ding dong.
It's saying ding dong. My favorite elf. Shall I just pop down to the door and see who it is?
Yes, that sounds good to me. Although I'm full of food and eager to hang out with you, my beautiful child bride.
Of course, my owner/husband. La 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 la. Juliet prances down the stairwell, dropping wildflowers everywhere she goes. She opens the door, and suddenly she's greeted with the face of the Walking Dead's Rick Grimes, a.k.a. Mark. He puts a single zombie-killing finger over her lips like Christopher Walken does in the fine movie Prophecy.
One crusty finger comes up and touches her delicate mouth.
Her virginal mouth. His tiny finger sucks up some of her molecules.
Absorbs them.
Now he gets all of her memories.
I need you to tell your husband that it's carol singers. I have a message for you in a Bob Dylan style.
Why would I? She looks down and sees a handful of big novelty cue cards in Mark's hand, and next to them, a
carol
gun.
Singer.
Peter, it's not no one down here. It's just Christmas carolers.
It's a very quiet carol singer.
It's just a quiet carolson. Hold on. She looks for Spotify on her phone and pulls up caroling playlist and puts it at the foot of the stairs.
You a smart and beautiful woman. You remember that. Now, I have a message for you, which normally I would not. Well, this is an audio medium, so I can't just hold up the signs. But I hope you enjoy the message
wait,
I have.
You wrote them in Portuguese. Could you translate for me?
Sim. I'm very happy to translate.
Okay, and a 1, and a 2, and to go.
although you are married to my finest and tallest friend, I want you to understand that I got the crazy hots for your child form.
Card 2.
I'm eager to rub my greasy Grimes form all over you with your crop tops and your hats.
Card 3.
However, you're married to a man who I respect, so I can't hope to ever have you. But know that I think you're a real sweet piece of thing.
Card 4.
Bye.
Card 5.
I didn't expect the cards to go on this long, so these are mainly filler cards. What follows is some Portuguese vocabulary.
Card 6.
Please tell me where the library is. Do you know the way to the swimming pool? Anyway, now it's time for me to
go. Mark walks away from her, and for a moment she hesitates, and then rushes after him into the streets. Mark, wait. She turns him around, and they're face to face, their lips so close to each other. She looks deeply into his eyes. Now I understand why you've pretended to hate me for so long. It was self-preservation, to try to not mess up my marriage. Well, I appreciate that, Mark. And I hope you'll appreciate why I have to do this. Juliet takes a small French pterodon out of her pocket and in one swift motion clips Mark's dick off. Come, Persephonus. Our work is done. Persephonus, although an adolescent pterodon is strong enough to fly her back into her home, Mark stands holding his geyser-like gout of blood. I'm justly hoisted by mine own petard.
And now I die. Mark bleeds out in the snow.
As the camera slowly dollies away from him and into the sky, we hear, you can get that sentimental feeling in the air. A smash cut. 2. Billy Mac's manager's home of the Shrek.
Oh, I'm awful sad, donkey. I'm awful sad. Bill Nye's no coming around here no more looking for Christmas fun.
Ding, ding, dong, ding, 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 dong, ding, dong, ding.
Ah, my British Bill. Hello, who is it?
It's me, your prostitute you hired. Ha 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 ha. Here to wish you a Merry Christmas the only way I care to.
Are you one of the sex workers alluded to at the start of the film?
Exactly.
You're actually a Brazilian man.
Well, that's kind of the joke. Open the door, you bell end.
Fantastic. Come on. You can gob me off in a cupboard. That sounds lovely.
The manager opens the door, and it's not a sex worker. It's Billy Mac swaggering around, holding a Sainsbury's bag full of malt liquor.
And cheese twists.
All right.
Oh, Billy, it's you. I was expecting a Brazilian prostitute. This hasn't really worked out for me. What, do you not have a fun time at Elton's Teletubby orgy?
You know, after the whole orgy part kind of got ruined by COVID-19.
Don't reference that. Don't bring it down. Let's pretend it never happened.
All right, after the whole orgy part got ruined by the QLEX virus, started by a Nickelodeon program's evil science bad guy from a television show where I think a girl could turn into slime or something.
Well, let's not drag it out too much. Anyway, wait till you stop fucking Tinky Winky.
Yeah, I realized in the throes of passion that Christmas is a time apparently for telling the truth.
Aye, that's our recurring theme through the film, isn't it?
Is that a British thing? Because it's not American.
Absolutely not, no.
Okay, so anyway, but here, because of that leprechaun's curse, we all got to tell the truth on Christmas. So anyway, truth be told, I don't love anybody except for you.
Oh, that's nice. That's real good. Let's have a manly hug, shall we?
Yeah, it's unclear, like, whether it's romantic love or just, like,
I don't
fraternal
think it's
love.
romantic. I think it's fraternal, but would you be willing to gob me off in the cupboard anyway?
Yeah, I'll gob you off. Why not? For old time's sake.
Fantastic smash cut! Which is what Gregor Fisher says when he comes.
To the Prime Minister's office, we see Hugh Portman all alone, such a handsome, lonely bachelor prime minister, reading Christmas cards from his staff. Dear Mr. Prime Minister, have a happy Christmas. Okay, that's quite trite. To whom it may concern, good tidings for this year, whatever it is. Well, that one's obviously a Russian spy bot. Let's see.
It's chosen in the fire.
To the man that I love and have always loved for my entire life, merriest of Christmas, XOXO, I'm yours. Signed, the housekeeper. Oh, Mrs. Tilden.
I'm ready for your dick, sir.
All right. Give it a minute to cool down. And now the final note. This one came from outside the building. Perhaps an employee I've done wrong by firing for being too fat.
Dear sir, I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas. I myself am living with my many family members in Wentworth. Anyway, I'm sorry about getting chemically bonded to the American president. It was a bit crazy. Anyway, point is, I love you. You're real special, even though the class divide means that we could never shag.
I see. If I read between the lines here, I think she's telling me to go door to door in the dodgy part of Wentworth and bother people until I find her. Yeah, seems
Sounds
right.
good.
It's not like I have the resources to bring her to me. All right, carriageman, to the dodgy part of town.
Very well, sir. Hop aboard.
All right.
The Shire horses
Stomp
off
the Prime
towards
Minister
Wentworth.
symbol rotates in front of the screen. And we are whisked away to the dodgy part of Wentworth. Grant, what is Wentworth?
It's Wandsworth, she says, actually, which I believe is in the north. Actually, I'm not sure. Where is Wandsworth?
Wandsworth?
Wandsworth. Let's see. London Borough, Wandsworth. It is. Oh, actually, it's not. That's west. Yeah, okay. Wandsworth is pretty swish, but there is a dodgy part of it. It's a dodgy part. I like Putney. Yeah, Putney you're talking.
So not in London.
It is in London. It's one of the districts of London.
Oh,
It's
I gotcha.
West London. I used to live quite close to it, actually.
In the swishy part, no doubt.
Nope.
Dodgy.
No, I lived in Merton, which isn't in London. Anyway.
Were you part of the Peaky Blinders?
Yes, I had razors in me hat.
I have never seen that show, although I look forward to watching it one day. And I don't know what either of those fucking words means.
I think it's like a gang. The gang's name is the Peaky Blinders.
Okay. It's a bold choice to name your show after two words that Americans have no idea what it is.
Yeah, well, not everything has to be for you. God.
I mean, it is Netflix.
Not Netflix. It's BBC.
It's BBC?
Yeah, it was shot on the BBC.
Oh, I thought it was a Netflix joint.
No, it's not Netflix. It's on the telly.
I'm sorry. I'll have to pen a letter of regret to the.
I don't understand all of these Britishes. What is this tea and crackers? I don't understand.
Yeah, is tea like coffee but bad?
I want a show about Walmart and flags.
I want a show about hillbillies who own dangerous cats that are from another continent.
Okay,
that's America.
That's America.
That's America, batch.
Wouldn't you know it? The Prime Minister, after 257 knocks on doors, just starting at the start of a street in Wandsworth, or Wentworth, as we've established here, and knocks through every single door until he reaches Natalie.
Hulk smash, he says, and once again knocks straight through the door of house 278. And what, to his surprise, should appear behind the splintered door? It's an eggy man. Oh, what's this, eh? What the fuck you doing, mate? You having a go?
I'm terribly sorry. Does Natalie live here?
Of course she does, innit? Natalie, hey, Porky Pig, get your ass down here.
Where the fuck is my cunting jacket?
She says, walking down the stairs.
Everyone blushes.
Oh no, it's the Prime Minister, everyone. This is the Prime Minister. Me mum, me dad, some uncles, an aunt, 2 children, and a dog. What is it you wanted, Prime Minister? She says, fluttering her eyelashes sexfully.
Well, I was terribly sorry to interrupt your family brawl. Is that what you type do? Anyway, I was hoping that you could come with me and maybe, I don't know what my plan was beyond this. I guess we have a romantic rendezvous on the Thames.
Oh, sir, me and my fat daughter and the family are all going down to the school play. What's happening just round the corner?
Oh, well, I'm the Prime Minister, so I'm sure she can just cancel and hang out with me.
Absolutely fucking not. It's been years they've been working on the octopus costumes.
Oh, what the fuck is this? Some fucking slag trying to get me octopus costume ruined by taking me auntie away from it. She's still got to sew on the tiny beak. Says
okay, I'm very sorry. We'll all go along to the play together, and we can talk in the car about the important state business.
Okay. I don't like the out of control way this evening is turning out. Normally, I have my secret agents, secure everywhere I go. This was close enough to wild, but okay, let's just go to this high school where I could be assassinated at any moment.
It's hugely ramshackle, but thankfully, luckily you haven't upset any superpowers recently, so I'm sure no one's trying to assassinate you.
No, I'm sure we're cool.
The tax man receives a report.
Liam Neeson's phone dings, revealing that the Prime Minister maybe has some unpaid tax.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody clown cars into a taxi cab, and Natalie and the Prime Minister get into his swanky carriage, but then suddenly it's Noel Fielding the octopus climbs in right next to them and fucking busts up on their romantic privacy.
Are you trying to have a romantic conversation, are you? You trying to have an undying confession of love, are we? In the back of a car, is it?
Yes, terribly sorry. I was just...
I'm sure you'd love that, my boy. I'm never going to let it happen.
You want to hear a story about my giant fun, boy?
Oh, my tentacles are going to quest. Oh, we're at the school.
They arrive at the school.
The school?
It's amazing. They get out, fucking get on, the children getting the fucking out of the way. They're doing a play, and Natalie leads the PM backstage, the least secure place available. And what's this? Huh, who do they run into? An assassin? No. 'Tis Karen, the wife of Vampiric Harry.
I'm still a bit teared up about my husband's death, rebirth as a vampire and affair, but it's really great to see you, little brother. Sorry, big brother, despite the fact you're clearly younger.
Yes, Karen, I'm sorry that I haven't been a great brother to you. I've been prime ministering for a while.
I understand. Who's this?
Oh, this is my... should we... meet Natalie. Sorry. This is my Natalie. It's Natalie, isn't it?
Oh, you should keep an eye on him. I'm sure he'd roger you senseless if he had half a chance.
Karen? Says Hugh Jackman, who's just hanging out arm in arm with her sassy friend.
Listen, we have to go. We have to get out of here. And put the children on stage. One of them's dressed as a lobster, the other one as an octopus. We're going to get them on stage, and there's going to be everyone's going to be in the crowd. It's going to be wonderful. Love you very much. Have a fun time. Again, watch him. He's going to pop it in. Bye.
Bye. Natalie says. Hugh Grant shrugs his shoulders comedically, and a duck falls out of his blazer. Vaudeville complete. Okay, and now the Shakespearean actor steps onto the children's auditorium stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you in this humble wooden O from the stage to the vast fields of France, where we have this stick can represent a king, and your imagination shall represent fucking Mariah Carey.
Hey, there's kids in the audience.
What?
Hey, there's kids in the audience. Don't swear.
Sorry. Using our imaginations, we take you to a wonderful concert. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Take it, Joanna. The curtain rises, and a teenage girl who looks...
She's 10.
She looks significantly older to me than
she's
Samuel.
dressed significantly older, isn't she?
Yeah. So let's hope they're both 10 and it's just like girls mature faster than boys. But I don't know. She looks pushing teenage, pushing preteen.
Yeah. Anyway.
And Sam looks like a 6-year-old.
Sam looks like an urchin who someone's put a clean jumper on.
Just for our American audiences, urchins are homeless children.
Yeah, rather than the sea anemones.
Yeah, we're very science-minded in America, as you can probably tell by our numbers.
Love science. Joanna beautifully sings All I Want for Christmas Is You in that sort of Mariah Carey up and down, really sort of running around the notes sort of way.
Mm-hmm. She's giving those notes a run for their money.
Yeah. All I want for Christmas. It's infuriating, and I'm glad that era of music is over. But she knocks it out the park. She sounds fine. And you know who's on the drums? It's Liam Neeson's son. Little Sammy.
Oh, no. We see just in the wings of the backstage area, an unconscious octopus who was supposed to be playing the drums, of course.
Because they've got the right number of arms.
Yeah. And Samuel has taken the coveted octopus drum throne. We see Liam Neeson dressed as Taxman, crouching on a batten high above the stage,
his
observing.
Iron mask implacable. Only 2 slits for his eyes, looking down proudly on his son.
That's right. All I Want for Christmas Is You concludes. The little girl is pointing at everybody, saying she wants you. At first, she points at Samuel, and he gets so excited. And then she points at another, more handsome man. And Samuel is like, oh, shit, it's just show business. These are just a bunch of showbiz phonies. The second
a red laser dot.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Scatters across her chest for a second. And then Samuel looks up and shakes his head at Liam Neeson / Daniel / the Taxman.
Taxman stands down.
Taxman stands down, and the red dot moves away.
Finally, the second sub-curtain built into the stage opens up at the dramatic conclusion of the song, and we see the Prime Minister and Natalie the Fattily kissing each other.
Good heavens! The Prime Minister's kissing some sort of manatee!
Oh, he's having a bit of a snog, is he? This is inappropriate.
Oh, it looks like the Prime Minister's climbing an oversized blancmange.
What's a blancmange?
It's like a milk jelly.
Heron, the vampiric entity that was once Harry, sees this lustful human behavior, and its undead heart begins to stir. I must taste the flesh and blood of mortals.
He streaks towards the stage.
With undead speed and fury, he scoops up the tender virginal Joanna in his arms. I must have the flesh of the innocent. When suddenly, a blade with a crucifix for a handle flies out of the audience and catches Harry right in his shoulder. He is thrown backwards and falls to the ground. His arm wound sizzles and hisses, and a spotlight lands on the audience where, standing in full pilgrim regalia, is Karen, the confronter of bad husband Harry. Where are you going, motherfucker?
No, I simply wanted to eat a young child. He's gone full vampire now. You can't stop me. He reaches and grabs the silver blade out of his arm, his hand hissing with the fire of the allergic reaction, throws it down. For all your training, nothing has prepared you for the power of a true vampire.
Oh no, he's growing stronger by the minute, says a vampire scholar in the audience.
We hear boom, 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 as through his back, a wooden drumstick.
Oh.
Wielded by the taxman's son, Samuel. All those hours of practice paid off.
I guess, Dad, you could say that this attempt to win Joanna's love was pretty high stakes. The entire audience laughs. The Prime Minister rustles the child's hair. Joanna leaps into Samuel's arms.
Crushing
Being an older girl, he topples the ground.
Significantly taller and heavier.
She breaks his ribs. Oh! You take my breath away. The audience continues clapping and cheering for that pun as well.
Alan Rickman withers Buffy style into a pile of ash.
My only regret is I didn't commit more infidelity. Well, says the vampire scholar, stepping onto the stage and opening his great tome, you've defeated the danger for the evening, but I'll have you know, where there's one, there's always a nest of vampires. You must kill their queen. I guess you're the vampire slayer, child, he says, directing his address to the broken-ribbed Samuel on the ground.
Karen takes off her wide-brimmed pilgrim's hat and puts it on Samuel.
Oh, I've been really badly injured.
You're the man now, dog.
Thank you. Could maybe my dad do it? Nope. The rules are rules.
It's me, Mr. Bean, a vampire scholar.
Mr. Bean, vampire scholar. Oh, well, this is quite a bit to think about, says the Prime Minister. I guess I'll just be popping off with my thrall and...
Yes, it's all I'm really glad that vampire was assassinated in front of the stage, in front of me on the stage. That rather overshadows the fact that I was kissing someone on stage at a school play.
It sure fucking was. Oh, away! Natalie breaks one of her smoke grenades on the floor and uses her Cockney magic to to zap them to a more discreet locale.
The taxman looks directly into the camera and says, "There's one more thing we have to resolve before this movie's over. Colin Firth."
The camera nods.
You hear the camera say, "Oh, okay."
Flash cut. Meanwhile, in Portugal,
The
Christian
taxman.
Bale pops his head out of the Portuguese prison. Goddamn Portuguese judicial system. When I get back to Gotham, I'm going to write them a strongly worded letter. Hey, throw the rope back down to us. Earn it. He says. Sets the rope on fire.
He sets the rope on fire. Elbows open a car, smashes open a car window with his elbow, climbs in through the window, hotwires the car, and drives off back to Gotham.
Wow. It's one of those amphibious cars that can go across the Atlantic.
Drive it fast enough.
We got there.
Mm-hmm.
But in a taxi cab going in the other direction, we see Jamie, Colin Firth, with a rose clutched tightly in one begloved hand and a box of chocolat in the other one. He is a determined Englishman. So anyway, I say to this Portuguese guy, I'm not from Portugal. I'm an international taxi cab guy who wound up in Portugal through a series of misadventures. Anyway, I say to this
must have been wonderful to see. So go on, sorry.
I say to this Portuguese guy, you should move to Hawaii. And he says, I already have. And I look around and I'm in Hawaii. Fucking wizards.
That's a great story. Are we at the restaurant yet?
No, We're going to Aurelia's house, like
yes,
you
of
told me.
course. I'm very sorry.
I'm not just a GPS you can tell to go anywhere at any time. I'd go to it one thing anyway. I'm disintegrating.
Okay, bye.
The generic foreigner evaporates from Mark's
what a weird
lexicon.
guy. Colin Firth scrambles into the front of the car and drives it, and he goes past Batman, and there's a little sort of like they nod to each other like, oh, okay.
Colin Firth is not a vigilante. Remember this.
No.
That's Liam Neeson.
But he can still climb forward into a car and drive it. I think that's fine.
Yes, you're just like their fellow motorists, so they're like, I know what it's like.
He pulls up at they're both in films, so they recognize each other and nod. He pulls up
that's true.
at the house.
The Casa de Aurelia.
Casa de Aurelia. And knocks on the door to reveal big old sweater man.
Hello, my friend. I have been expecting you for quite some time. It's I, Fernet Blanco. That's right. I moved here from España. Please, come in. Have a cucumber sandwich. I understand your people are quite fond of them. In my opinion, it's just an excuse to eat some bother.
Finette, I must say, I'm very interested in marrying your daughter.
I would love to give you my daughter's hand in marriage, but unfortunately, all my daughters have moved on. They have families of their own. I am merely acting as an advisor, spiritual and career coach to this Portuguese family, and it is not my place to give away the hand of these fine Portuguese girls.
I understand. It's rather archaic practice anyway. Is the man of the house, the father of the house there, so I can speak to him and ask him to give me his daughter?
Oh, Jamie, are you so quick to be rid of me? Okay, here's a fat joke.
No, please stick around.
Fernet Blanco disappears in a cloud of lavender-scented smoke. He was better than we deserved. Behind him is Aurelia's chubby sister, who earlier in the real movie, she's like, oh, I can't eat sweets. You should see my sister. And then this fucking poor actress is cast as like the unmarriable sister.
This film really hates fat people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who aren't that fat. A lot of people who would just maybe like maybe have a little bit of jiggle around the middle. And they're like, look at this heinous land beast.
Yeah. It's awful.
It's a very bad scene.
I expected it since it's like so heteronormative and like love story stuff and Christmas. So there's like Christian overtones. I expected a lot of the jokes to be gay panic jokes.
Yeah.
You know, there's fat jokes. There's maybe two of them, but there's more fat jokes.
Yeah. Like anyone who's slightly overweight is completely like ruined. Anyway, this ravenous hog stomps downstairs chewing on a chicken carcass.
What have we here? Some sort of a human being for me to snack on?
It's fucking Jabba the Hutt Piggins character comes down.
Oh, jeez, it's just another twig like Englishman. Give me a fat old American any day.
Where is your sister? I wish to marry her.
I ate her.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding, you fucking asshole. I wouldn't eat a human.
Colin Firth takes his leg out of the sister's mouth and starts apologizing, dusting himself down.
Yeah, she's at a menial job being a servant for the wealthy class, serving them fucking food on Christmas night. What a piece of shit this capitalistic world we live in is.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go there. You seem great, and I hope.
Are you still talking? I'm eating a jar of jam.
Just like from the outside in.
Yeah, the glass is like a shell. Glass is just sand. Surprised you didn't know that.
It's supposed to be sand. Okay. Colin Firth turns on his heel and runs through the Portuguese streets down to the restaurant.
Hey, it's an Englishman running through our streets. Oh, not in this neighborhood, bud. Let's get him. All the Portuguese around begin to follow Colin Firth. Some of them hitting little nightsticks into their hands menacingly.
In Portugal, slang term for English person is a beefer.
A beefer.
Beef, which means like a beefsteak because we cook in the sun.
Oh, like sun never sets in the British Empire. Only mad dogs and Englishmen stay out in the noonday sun.
No, we sunburn easily.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Well,
Is it because you're a bit pale?
Yeah, it's because we come from this rainy island, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
a bit pale in the old melanine.
The mob, the mob forms up behind Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell still.
All right, boys, we're gonna do this real nicey.
I just want to marry one of your women. I'm so sorry. Please put away your oversized Tommy guns.
Oh, well, my friend, you should have put it that way to begin with. We're in the betrothal business. Got the idea from some of our internet friends selling foreign brides. So let me take you to the showroom and you can check out any of the women we got in stock and in the stocks.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. He says, look over there, custard tart. And a lot of the Portuguese people are like, oh, I love custard tarts. And turn around. Yeah, an egg tart. And then he turns around. Well, custard's just made of egg, Mark. I'm surprised you don't know that. He spins on his heel and runs down towards the restaurant where Aurelia is there serving up traditional Portuguese food like feijoada and bacalhau.
Here's your bit of owl, sir. I've learned to speak perfect English, and but don't tell that to any suitors that might come along. We could have a little titter at their expense, couldn't we? Anyway,
Aurelia, I have come here. I have learned Portuguese to speak to you, but to you it will sound like I am saying English words in a Portuguese accent.
Oh my God. Aurelia stands on the precipice like a Juliet to her Romeo below. And Colin, Jamie, is given all sorts of odes of love in terrible broken Portuguese.
I want to run off with you, put you in a big tower, and make you wife-shaped.
Sacha Baron Cohen stands behind him. Very good delivery.
Nods sagely.
He holds a rucksack. What do they call it? He holds a Hessian sack in his hands just in case. Isn't that the big burlap bag that you kidnap someone in?
Yeah, it's a standard napping sack. Yeah.
In America, napping is taking a little sleep.
I know we have it. We have those over here too. I think.
And you call diapers nappies.
We do because you can sleep in them.
Is that really why?
No, Aurelia. I want you to be my wife. Will you come away with me and marry me in England or in Portugal or in France?
Aurelia's father, who just toppled in, is furiously nodding his head and throwing money at the feet of Jamie to try to persuade him to marry the daughter. Everybody is really egging her on. We hear the traditional Portuguese song of marriage encouragement slowly rise up from the well of souls in the prison.
I now present you, man and wife. You may kiss the bride!
Mwah, says Colin Firth, and does a big old kiss on Aurelia.
Oh my goodness, such a beautiful Bane flash. They are married and will live forever in Portugal.
Final montage.
Fade cut.
Final montage of the film.
It is an airport. 1 month later. Every character we saw that didn't get killed is arriving.
Even the dead ones are here.
Oh, good. They're all arriving at the airport. Great. Why are they arriving at the airport?
The corpses are here. Alan Rickman's corpse is coming back from America.
The
Prime Minister arrives and gives his new girlfriend a big old friendly English kiss. The Karen welcomes back Liam Neeson's son from his training in the new world as a vampire slayer. Mark's there, but he's just dead in the corner.
Which is what
Dickless in the corner. And the two smoking corpses of Bilbo Baggins and that Welsh woman.
Also, Billy Mack and his manager are there, and they're married. Yay!
It was romantic. That gob job really worked out well.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of gob job, old Hugh Grant walks off the civilian airplane with Natalie in hand.
Mhm.
They have the traditional friends with benefits rings on.
Mm-hmm. And everyone is either married or dead. But the
Mhm.
important thing is that they're happy. And it's January, the opposite of Christmas. But everyone's still pretty good. The camera pans back and we see footage captured from Heathrow and Gatwick Airport of people welcoming their friends back. And we learn that Christmas isn't about presents. Christmas isn't about faith or Jesus or even coming together. No, Christmas is about love, actually.
This has been Muffed Movies. Woo! Liam Neeson blows up the airport. Everyone was evading their taxes. Sorry, Love Actually sequel, people.
Love
That's all you get. Grant, we muffed it.
We muffed it. It was muffed. Mark, it's 9:45 and I haven't had dinner yet.
I know. It's unfortunately we have a time difference because towards the end of
Yes.
you and me's muff sessions, you're always getting a little bit sleepy, a little bit hungry, but you get to drink during the sessions.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me sleepier.
Yeah, and I've sworn to my pastor that I will not drink in the afternoon much. Grant, do you have anything that you'd like to encourage our internet audience to look at and perhaps
definitely.
buy at?
Yeah, you can buy it. If you go to rrdgames.com, that's rowanrookanddeckard.com, you can buy Heart, which is our new role-playing game, which we put out on general release now. You can get it everywhere, unless you're in Europe because of fucking Brexit. So we can't sell things there for a little while, but we're working it out. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Wow.
We are. You can go and get Heart is a body horror dungeon crawl, tragic tale, tragic role playing game of obsession in this nightmare. Camera prize. In this nightmare unreality beneath the world's largest fantasy city. It's pretty good, if I say so myself. So I think you might quite like that. But there are also a bunch of free games. And if you like the comedy end of things, there's a load of comedy games and fun one-page games which we put out, which you could enjoy too. So go take a look. Please download some things.
Yes. And check out the podcast, Hearty Dice Friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a game design podcast with me and my good friend Christopher Taylor, where we design games live on air. Not live, not on air.
Funny, smart British chaps. And you can learn all sorts of fun things, like Grant's actually very tall. Fun.
Yes. Yeah, 6'2". Imagine that. It doesn't come across in the voice. I sound like a little urchin.
I hugged him once and I got a real eye full of tat. Anyway.
Mark, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah. Follow me on Twitter at Blastropodcast and subscribe to the fucking podcast if you haven't already. So that way you can get my monthly or bi-monthly episodes. Please support me on Patreon.com/Blastropodcast. Throw some money at this shit, and that'll help me cover all of my voluminous expenses, like paying for a rental of Love Actually. Which I
had to buy it, yeah.
Yeah, I came close to buying it, but thankfully was able to get everything done in 48 hours.
Thank God.
I do, every day.
Every day.
Grant!
Mark!
Happy New Year, and thank
Happy
you
New Year,
for muffing.
Love you lots. Wonderful to be on board. I look forward to our residual muffings. No, subsidiary muffing? Secondary. More of this. Goodbye, listener. I hope you have a wonderful new year. It couldn't possibly be worse than the last one. We'll see how it goes. Lots of love. Bye.
Happy baby. I was wondering what you'd do if I said that.